Yo guys, welcome to The Last Lap. Don't forget to drop a lovely, juicy 5-star rating if you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Another driver I want to talk about, and we've talked about him a bit recently, we've kind of dipped in and out, but Liam Lawson won another Super Formula race yesterday, which puts him P1 in the Super Formula Championship.
He won.
2 wins. A P5 and a P4. Well, he's not very slow button right now.
Quick button on.
He's anything but the 20. 21. He's 21 as well.
Yeah, he's another driver that just seems like he's been around for fucking ages. I know he's.
This is what.
Has he done 2 seasons of F2 or was it 3?
He has. He's done 2.
He did 2 because the second one. It was kind of like a late surge. I didn't watch much Formula 2 last season, I'll be totally honest with you. But when I remember watching a few races, I think I watched the Baku weekend of F2 last year. And I remember watching him and being like, he should be like challenging for race wins like all the time, and he wasn't. Yeah, and I was sort of like, maybe he's not the guy. But then as the season came and sort of progressed, he ended up taking 3rd in the championship.
He got 3rd ahead of Sargent.
Yeah. Which is I would expect at the very least in your second season in F2 if you're gonna get into F1. So I think he's ticked a box there in terms of like being good enough to party. And it was a good field last year as well. It's a good field again this year. But yeah, he has gone off and slapped it. I think the thing I'm most impressed with him, and you've got his record there, we'll go through it in a second, but he is so versatile. Like he's driven and he's done well in DTM. He's slapping it in Super Formula in his first season around tracks that he's definitely never driven at before. And, he's good in F2 as well. So,
first rookie to ever win on Super Formula debut.
Ever.
In the modern Super Formula Championship.
That's mental.
Is the first.
It's been going for ages as well.
Yeah. So it's
he's the guy.
It's a good sign. And again, look, there's been years where Red Bull haven't had a plethora of really strong options. So I think
even 2 years ago,
the dominoes of like Ricciardo leaving, that meant Gasly moved up. That meant they had to bring Kvyat back because they got rid of Hartley, and Albon was going to go Formula E, and so they were just like
they were scrambling.
We literally rejected Alex, and we got rid of Kvyat twice, and we're going to bring him back again
twice.
But now it's like, and I guess you could argue, okay, maybe if Liam had won F2 last year, he would have been a bit of a shoe-in for that seat.
He would have got the seat, I think.
He didn't, but when you look at, literally, right, I was on the way down, I was looking at Lawson's record. Yeah. And it's not one of many wins, but...
It's in championship wins rather than...
Yeah, exactly. So Australian F4, second.
Yep.
German F4, second. Euro Formula, second. Toyota Racing Series, first and second.
Right.
In 2 years in a row.
Okay, yeah.
Then P5 and F3, and then P3 and F2, second in DTM, and currently leading...
He's always the bridesmaid.
And this is the thing, bad. This is the thing, yeah? It might be always the bridesmaid, right? But motorsport's weird, right? Engines break, people take you out, you make mistakes.
Well, DTM, he got wiped out. He was going to win the championship.
I know, right? Less said about that, the better. But being consistent, being up there, being fighting for a championship every single year, that doesn't happen very often.
That is, it's impressive levels of consistency from that perspective.
So yes, he's only got 1 championship win of all of these Toyota Racing Series, but he's always up there. And again, it's like you look at numbers and you look at point scoring and you look at championship wins, right? And you lose that context over time. It just becomes a number on a Wikipedia page, right? But the record he's setting, the standards he's setting, Super Formula is the closest to F1. It's closer than F2.
Speed.
Closer than IndyCar. In terms of similarity, in terms of downforce as well.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the speed you can do around corners.
Tracks that you go to as well.
Yeah, man. Like Japan's got great, they were just Autopolis. They've got Fuji, Suzuka. There's like Motegi. There's so many amazing tracks in Japan that challenge you in so many different ways. And it just feels like... we've talked about this before with Ricciardo potentially getting that seat because it's not looking good for Nick.
Man thing.
He's not, is it?
Well, this is... obviously, it's so early, and I don't think we would be talking about Nick like this if it wasn't a Red Bull-related seat. But this is just how Red Bull operate. I think if he was driving for Williams, we're not having this conversation. We're not saying, we're saying he's been below average, but we're not saying he's going to get replaced. That's a big if and but and maybe and whatever. But I think the only reason...
That is part of it,
Part of the reason we're having this conversation is because of how Red Bull operate. But it is true. They're not afraid to just go, yeah, look, you're not good enough. Helmut's given him the yellow card already, bro. We're at round 5.
We've had 5, yeah. And
that's an early booking.
He's got one fewer race before mid-season as well. Mid-season is typically when we've seen, it makes sense to have it as a mid-season change.
Yeah, because you can integrate it a little bit easier rather than just flinging someone in between a 1-week break. But I mean, Nick is not helping himself, man. It's simple mistakes. There's a lot of accidents as well he's getting involved in, running into the back of Lando at Miami. Just going off on his own at Baku, mistakes during practice sessions and qualifying, just general poor pace.
Again,
Yuki slapping it.
He's not a junior.
He wasn't even there sweeping the streets with Yuki, man. At least get brownie points. Do you know what I mean? Well, unless he was, maybe.
Maybe
I'm wrong.
Maybe he was.
Don't quote me on that.
But I think the thing is with De Vries, it's like he's 28.
Yeah,
he's 2.5 years older than Leclerc.
Yeah.
Like the expectations are different. Like you can't just be a rookie. Rookie. Like, well, yeah, some rookies have had experience in other. Like he's had tons of experience.
He's actually got to go.
Like,
so I've just realised. It just clicked to me.
If the results don't improve, I don't. Why would Red Bull keep hold of him?
Yeah.
Like I know it sounds harsh. Like I understand, but this isn't charity.
Yeah.
This is motorsport, and like this is an opportunity. You can say it's unfair on Nick. I disagree. If you can do up to mid-season, that would be 12 races, and be a 28-year-old with F2 champion, Formula E champion, and you can't get up to that level.
You can't challenge Yuki even once because that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, he's out-qualified him once.
Yeah,
and that's it. Like in terms of races, he's been
in the race as well.
He had that race in Williams last year. He's tested pretty much a practice session every single Mercedes-powered car on the grid. Like, if you can't do that by mid-season, then isn't that just unfair on a Lawson or unfair on a Ricciardo maybe?
Yeah.
It's not... For someone to have a seat, someone else has to not have a seat. There's only 20 seats in Formula 1.
And it's a dog-eat-dog world, man. It's hard to get into Formula 1. There's only 20 seats. So if you get there and you're not proving that you're good enough for the job... Look, the game's the game, man.
I maintain that I think from a value proposition point of view, let Liam do the rest of this season in Super Formula, get Ricciardo in that seat up against Yuki, see what Yuki's really made of against an established, known entity that Ricciardo will be.
For Yuki as well.
Yeah, that's where the value is. But also, you look at junior career, right? Yes, Max Verstappen was a freak, right? Because he got to F1 when he was 17, yeah? And he got the jump up straight from F3. He didn't even win F3. He was behind Ocon.
Yeah, he didn't do GP3 either.
Right?
Or
no,
GP2.
Euro F3. He went straight up, right? But if Red Bull want to future-proof, like a driver that's ticking all the boxes like Lawson is, they gave Max the chance because they were worried about losing him to Mercedes. That's why they got him in so quickly. Like, do Red Bull have to do the same here with Lawson? Because it is looking like very good.
I think if you're Lawson, for me, if you don't get a chance in this car this season, you got to evaluate your options a little bit.
Yeah.
Because for me, he's impressed enough in any category that he's been in for another team, even like this is just off the top of my head, but like a Williams to go, he's solid, rate him, whatever, get him in the car, Alpine, whatever. Like, someone else would probably go for Liam Lawson. He's 21. If he was 24, I'd be okay, it's probably a different story. But 21 is young still.
Yeah.
We were spoiled a little bit it's changed everyone's expectations when Max Verstappen got his seat. But at the end of the day, more time, you still probably get your debut in Formula 1 when you're like 22, 23.
Yeah.
So to be 21 and being this impressive, you've got to imagine as Red Bull, someone else would want to go for him if you pass up the opportunity. Then for Red Bull as well, they've got so many Red Bull juniors. They've got so many juniors at the moment. Iwas is leading. Is he still leading F2? I think he lost the lead, didn't he?
He's not leading now, but he's still right at the sharp.
But it felt like he was unlucky. Did he break down or something at Baku?
He just didn't have a great weekend. It just wasn't an amazing.
I mean, everyone was binning it, but
that was a super difficult. I mean, he's won 2 races this year.
Yeah.
He's the only driver alongside Behrman who's won 2. So they've got options. You're right. They've definitely got options. I think Red Bull, it's a good problem to have for them. Yeah. But I do also think, you look at Lawson's trajectory, he could be the real deal, and giving him half of a season gives him maybe a low pressure environment. Yuki's doing so well, he wouldn't be expected to come in and beat Yuki.
Yeah.
It gives him a low pressure environment to get on top of it.
Yeah.
And maybe he could, you don't know in years' time, right? Yeah, Max's trajectory was mad, and we will never see anything like that again. Like legally, we can't, because it's written into the rules. Yes. You can't when you're 17. It's not allowed. But you look at Leclerc, he won, one F3, one F2, GP3, sorry. And he took that more kind of conventional approach, and now he is every bit as quick as Max Verstappen. I'd say Max is a bit more complete driver. I think Leclerc's quicker over a lap. There's not just this one trajectory to be able to emulate what Max and Lewis and Vettel and Charles and all these drivers have done.
Yeah.
So I think he could be it gives them a problem, and it gives Nick De Vries
a big problem.
Yeah.
Who was the guy who lent him the money as well?
Oh yeah,
yeah. For the race, did he lose that case? I think.
De Vries was fine out of that.
Yeah. De Vries was apparently, he got a loan from someone who worked at a bank or something.
Yeah,
and then he had to pay a certain amount back if he got a seat in Formula One before a certain point. He technically did a race for Williams during that time, but it wasn't like a actual contractual drive one.
He tried to finesse him, basically.
If after all of that, he gets kicked out of AlphaTauri before the season ends, then I, as the judge of F1 YouTube,
Judge Jury,
will make him pay to that guy anyway. Because that's just a load of hassle for no reason.
You're gonna
that guy's gone through legal.
You're going to lawyer up. You're going to be the lawyer.
I'm going to be the judge. I'm not the lawyer. Someone else can be the lawyer. That's fine. I'll be the judge though.
You are a multi-talented man, Niran.
Boom. That's it. He's done.
Look, and again, you might say it's unfair, but you get 12 races, and with his experience, you expect better. Look, I hope he improves. He seems like a sound bloke, but
he's got to do better.
He's got to do better. Do we think what would you go, Ricciardo or Lawson? As of today,
the thing is, I love giving new drivers the chance. This is the thing. I'm going to give it to Lawson, man. I want Daniel Ricciardo back in the sport to some capacity, but I don't really see what the point is of him being here if it's just in an AlphaTauri. No offense to AlphaTauri, but no, actually no. Half offense to AlphaTauri. I just
half offense.
Half offense, man. They've gone through a lot this week, so I don't want to pile on, too much. But at the end of the day, they're not a quick car. It's not a quick car.
No.
I don't want to see Daniel Ricciardo fighting for P12 again. To be honest, as much as I want to see it, but I don't want to see him there for the sake of it, man. I'd rather see a new driver get that seat and get an opportunity than see Daniel Ricciardo get called washed again for 2 more years.
Yeah, you feel like once one domino falls, then everything else will fall into place. This is kind of like when Vettel retired, and then everything just went insane.
Yeah, went mental. So someone just take one for the team, man. Yeah. Someone retire.
Someone get the ball rolling, please.
Just stop being selfish. Hang up your gloves, and just call it a day.